Hi, Millie. I just want to talk about something. I hope you have a second. I'm sure you know that my birthday is this upcoming Saturday, but there was something that was bothering me.
Oh, good evening, Jennifer. Can I help you with something? I'm guessing we're going to have a party to celebrate your birthday. I suppose it'll be something like what we did last year?
It's my birthday, after all. I expect everyone in my immediate family to celebrate that special once-in-a-year day. It'll be more or less the same as last year. We'll book expensive French food to enjoy in the comfort of my house and enjoy a nice house party. Obviously, it won't just be family that I'll invite either. We'll need to get my friends and all of the neighbors, too.
Wait, we're having that many people over this time?
Yes, and I expect both you and Sean to be there, too.
I mean, we're more than happy to attend your birthday, but have you considered the budget of this entire house party? You're planning on getting very high-class French food for every single person who attends, right?
Well, of course! It's a party! Let's see here. See, I have a friend who's a bit of a celebrity, and she was telling me that the party she hosted at her house along with all of her friends and expensive food was around $4,000 in total. I'm sure we'll end up spending around that much. Maybe even more if I'm honest.
You're going to spend that much?
What? What's the big problem, It's my birthday! The one day in the year when I'm allowed to feel special.
So we're going to pay the same money that's worth 4 months of your house loan? Am I understanding that right?
Huh? What house loan are you talking about?
I don't want to be too blunt since I understand it is a very special day for you, but I just want you to think about one thing. If you're willing to spend that much money on your birthday party, isn't it reasonable to pay off that house loan of yours by, let's say, spending $1,000 a month? I think you need to seriously rethink your priorities a little, especially when you're so far off from paying off that house loan.
Watch it, girl! Who do you think you're talking to? I have my priorities out of order. Do you seriously think I need to worry about something like that? It's a special day for me, and so I'll be celebrating it in the way I truly deserve. Do you understand? Why don't you and Sean work something out and start paying off more of that house loan? You don't have any respect for your elders at all. It's disgusting, Millie. I don't understand why I have to change my ways just because you aren't as appreciative of what I do for you. Besides, that was very inappropriate that you brought something like that up on the week leading up to my birthday.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I just want you to really think about if we truly need to spend this much on your birthday. And I understand that I probably should have brought this up much earlier, but the point still stands.
You're always like this, aren't you? Never understanding how to read the room and always making others feel bad just because you say one thing extra.
I'm sorry, but what are you referring to?
Oh, seriously. This is why I can't stand talking to you at all. I mean, you're clearly unaware that you did something wrong. Why can't you think for yourself, I'm just going to talk directly with Sean, okay? I'm sure he'll understand the whole situation more than you ever could. Anyways, please listen to all the details from here. My decision here is final. Do you understand? All you need to do is make sure you leave that day out of your calendar empty so you can attend. Millie, do you have a second? This is about my birthday party that I mentioned yesterday when we talked. But there have been a few changes that have been made. And even though I know you're not going to agree with what I'm going to say, even you deserve to be notified. I will be increasing the budget to $5,000 instead. It's not a big jump by any means, but I know that extra $1,000 will make the experience that much more special.
Wait, you're kidding me?
No, I'm dead serious, dear. I decided to invite a few more people to the party. Specifically, a couple of friends from my culinary class that I attend.
And so the overall budget has increased because of those few extra guests, I'm guessing?
Correct. It seems like sometimes you actually use your brain. You were being very negative about the whole situation, so I thought I'd sort it out now and tell you exactly how much everything would cost so you couldn't complain to me later. Again, we may not get along all the time, but even you deserve to know what's going on.
Well, I at least appreciate how transparent you've been about wanting to use all of that money. But are you sure you're going to be okay? You're paying all of this out of your own wallet, right?
What are you hinting at? That I can't afford this? Are you implying that I'm poor? Worry about your own finances first, girl.
Look, I understand that your husband is overseas and hasn't been back in a while. But are you sure you can just use all of that money in your joint account like that? Please think this through before dropping a massive sum of money like that. I'm saying this for your sake, Jennifer.
I can't believe you, Millie. This is unacceptable to talk to your husband's mother like that. Do you understand?
I'm sorry if this is offending you, but I'm genuinely concerned for your finances. That's all this is.
I don't need your charity. Why would I need to get financial advice from a young, naive girl like you? Shouldn't you be more worried about your own life?
Me? What do I need to worry about?
You're so clueless, aren't you? You don't even know why I'm implying that you have your own problems, do you?
I'm so sorry, but I have no idea what you're talking about, Jennifer.
Look at you! Totally clueless about your own problems. Maybe next time sort out your own life before trying to judge someone else's spending.
I'm doing perfectly fine in terms of finances, so I don't know what those problems you're mentioning are.
God, you really are pathetic. And then you're going to end up crying to me the moment you end up with your own issues, aren't you?
Why would I need to do that?
I feel like whenever I talk to you, I just end up losing brain cells. I'm trying to be on the same wavelength as you. I really am. But you simply just seem to not get it at all. All I get from ever speaking with you is stress. It's never positive when we talk. So from now on, I will only message you if it is truly urgent. I have better things to do than talk with you.
Hey, Sean. I'm so sorry that I'm contacting you now of all times. I know you're on your business trip right now. Not to mention it's kind of late into the night. Do you have a second, though?
Oh, Millie. Yeah, sure. What's up? I have a second.
Well, it's about the whole birthday party that your mom is planning tomorrow. I'm sure you've heard about it at this point.
Oh, right, yeah. Was there something wrong about it? I heard she invited her friends and neighbors along with the whole family. I was told to be there at 6 at night.
Right, okay. Do you happen to know how much she's planning to spend there?
No, I don't think so. Does she need to borrow money or something? Dad's off in Europe right now, but I'm sure she can still get in touch with him, right? If she needs money, then I'm sure she'd just ask him.
Oh, no, it's not about borrowing money or anything like that. It's about the fact that she's planning on spending $5,000 on French food for the guests.
$5,000? Wait, you're saying that's the total for just the food? There isn't even that many people attending, right?
Well, yeah. And I understand that she wants more than her family to be there, but she even invited people from her culinary class and wants to give them the same expensive experience.
No wonder the bill is so high.
I told her that she should spend that extra money paying more monthly to get rid of that house loan of hers, and that she needed to get her priorities straight. But she barely listened, and in fact it backfired into her lashing out at me.
Are you serious?
And I totally understand that she wants to spend her birthday enjoying it to the fullest. But there's totally other ways you could go about doing that without paying $5,000. I'm just thinking of the aftermath of using such a huge load of money on one single day. It blew me away. See, the budget used to be $4,000, which was bad enough, but she wanted to even increase that.
Yeah, that's definitely something we need to stop. And you're absolutely right about the whole house loan situation. I mean, you could easily use half that amount of money for a great party and spend the other $2,500 on the house.
Yep. But of course, she doesn't listen at all. Seems like these materialistic happinesses mean more to her than life payments.
Either way, it's tomorrow, right? I don't think we could cancel the entire party, let alone the expensive French food at this point when it's right around the corner. Not to mention the chaos it would cause for the restaurants preparing all of this food. To make matters worse, she's the youngest child out of her siblings, meaning she'd always do things her way and get away with it. I don't think even her own son would be able to stop her at this point. It doesn't help that she was annoyed at the fact that I ended up getting married first out of our siblings, and my eldest brother hasn't even had a girlfriend yet.
I guess you're right. She's so immature that she's upset at something so insignificant. I know she was a little strange, but this whole $5,000 situation is taking it too far, even for her crazy standards.
Anyway, for now let's just both go to the party and see what ends up happening. If she ends up regretting using this much money, then we don't need to help her. I mean, you warned her after all. I'll let Dad know as well, just in case.
Right, that seems like a good idea. I'll leave it all up to you then.
All right, well, I'll be off now. Thank you for letting me know. You get some rest too.
Okay, good night. See you tomorrow.
Millie, I just wanted to confirm something. You'll be attending the party along with Sean, correct?
Yes, I will. I heard from Sean that you told him to bring me along to your party, so that's exactly what we'll be doing.
Right, okay. I'm glad that the message got to you. I don't want people saying that I'm a horrible mother if they don't see my son and his wife attending. There's a lot of things I need to consider, you see. I know we don't get along, but it's important that my self-image is still satisfactory to everyone around me.
Right. Got it.
However, after the greetings happen when the party first starts, I will be getting you to sit by yourself in the kitchen.
Wait, what are you talking about?
See, I thought about it, and originally I had no problems in you participating in this party like everyone else. But after you had the gall to criticize me for the use of my own money, I think you don't deserve to eat what everyone else is having.
Wait, so what do I do then? You're not going to make me attend without food, right?
This is your punishment for disrespecting me the way you did earlier. Before talking about other people's home loans, work on your own financial status. I don't even think you could afford the food that we'll be eating at my party. Admit it, you just don't have the money for that, do you?
I'm not going to answer that, Jennifer. You still haven't told me what I'll do about my dinner.
Oh, I don't know. Just deal with it yourself. Order something and bring it with you for all I care. You can't keep relying on me when it's convenient, okay? You're in this situation because you thought it was a smart idea to buy that brand new apartment of yours that you're living in anyways.
Wait, where is this going?
You don't have the money to live in a place like that. Even I know that much. And yet you ended up going through with it by using a loan. And to top it off, you came up to me in hopes of borrowing money from me just so you can live in a place like that. You need to seriously learn your place.
We're twisting the story now, are we? Jesus, so that's how you interpreted me desperately trying to talk you out of using $5,000 on your birthday? Talk about immature. How did you even get all of that from what I said earlier?
Look, just stay quiet. The party is about to begin, so hurry up and introduce yourself to everyone, then lock yourself up in the kitchen. I don't want you going anywhere near the food I ordered. Oh, and after an hour or so, make sure to pretend you're going home because you're sick. You better make it believable. Then I'll forgive you for all of the awful things you've said to me.
Why would I need to go through all of that?
Well, you're acting like a total beggar, knowing that you can barely afford anything nice in life, and yet you are trying to get all of this gorgeous food at my birthday.
When did I ever say I was interested in having expensive French food?
Anyways, just lounge about for a while, and then you're free to leave whenever you want.
Jennifer, I don't get you at all.
I'm saying that a begging little brat like you needs to get put in her place and sent home. That's what it comes down to. I don't need you around anymore.
Right. I see. So that's how you view me, is it? so I can stop paying for your house loan? Is that fair?
What are you talking about?
I won't pay that grand for your house loan going forward.
Oh, are you talking about your own house loan? I don't know what you're trying to pull here. If you stop paying for your own loan, then the only ones who'll be in trouble are you.
I don't need to elaborate. I'll be going home with Sean now. He said he'd leave when I would, so he won't be staying here.
Do whatever you want. It doesn't make a difference if you're here or not. Millie! Answer me! Please, I need your help. The whole situation to do with the house loan. Is it true that you were actually paying off my house loan with that $1,000 a month? So you weren't paying for a brand new apartment up in the city for yourself?
Oh, hi. I wonder where you heard that news from.
Well, the people that attended my party brought it up, you see.
Ah, so that's what ended up happening.
I thought they were lying at the time because why would I ever believe that you were paying off my house loan? But then I noticed that this month I got an email telling me that I didn't have enough money in my bank to pay the monthly house loan. And it all just clicked in my head. There's no way I could have predicted that they were telling the truth.
Well, there you have it. You're right. I was sending $1,000 into your bank account every month in order to pay off the loan to the house you're living in right now.
I can't believe this.
By the way, did you hear why your husband extended his business trip in Europe?
Yes, I did. He said that there was a huge project that he had to work on for his company, and that the workload kept getting bigger and bigger. It doesn't help that he has to take responsibility for it at all. And so he has to stay for another 3 years there in order to manage the entire project, which is already understaffed as is.
Right. You're on the mark. But the important part here is that he needs to stay for a long time overseas. Not to mention that it may even get extended further at some point. Do you really think someone that has to manage his own project and work for that long could entirely look after your house loan by himself? That's why he told me that he needed help to sustainably pay off that loan while he was away and came to me. And since I was doing all right for myself these past years from doing multiple jobs, I started paying the $1,000 loan every month.
Wait, so why did I think you were paying off a loan to your own apartment? I mean, I know that you moved into that apartment of yours right when my husband went overseas. There's no way that was just pure coincidence, right? And right after that, you started talking about paying loans. Of course, I thought you were talking about your own place.
Well, that apartment is a part of the building that my uncle owns.
Your uncle owns the whole building.
I thought I mentioned it to you in the past once, but perhaps you thought my stories weren't worth listening to. But my uncle knew about the whole situation involving me having to pay your house loans, so he ended up giving me a room to live in without having to pay rent. That's the gist of things. Everything was done to support you, and you pushed me aside.
You get to live in an apartment like that for free.
Sure, the apartment may be free, but I pay my own bills and expenses. I'm not living some celebrity life if that's what you're picturing just from the area I live in.
Right. Of course.
If you remember, your husband mentioned that I should live in that house that you're in now in order to cover expenses. But of course, you had to be firmly against it. So I had to go through the trouble of finding a place for myself, though thinking back, perhaps that was the right choice.
So that's what you meant when you brought that up.
You said that you would only live with your eldest son, Declan, and that you would never treat Sean and his wife like they're special. You snapped at us and told us that even the idea was stupid and unrealistic, if I remember.
Huh? I don't get it. That was all because of this loan? I didn't know! I didn't know that you were dealing with it all this time.
Well, I've brought it up to you in the past. Numerous times, even.
You did?
Yep. Not to mention everything to do with your husband, Sean, myself. And yet you don't listen. I'm just bringing everything up as the messenger from all of the back and forths we've had over the months discussing this whole situation.
So my husband approved of you this much?
You always brush off anything I say, don't you? And imagine if any of your favorites like your husband or your eldest son were to tell you all of this. I'm sure you would have been all ears. But you pushed your greatest allies away just because of your own shallow, petty reasonings. Aren't you glad I was able to find somewhere to live? Because if I hadn't, you wouldn't have gotten all of those payments from me over the months. I remember meeting you years ago when I started dating Sean. But to think you'd be as stubborn as you ended up being. I can't believe this. Anyways, I've talked to your husband and he told me that I don't have to deal with all of the loan stuff anymore. So it's all up to you now. No way. Oh, but he knows that you won't be able to pay off a loan as big as this. So he's gone ahead and sold the property entirely. He sold it? He sold this house without telling me? I mean, legally it's his property, so he's free to do whatever he wants with it. But to think this was the way you ended up finding out. Not even your own husband told you with his own words. He learned not only from me, but from his other children that you had been going on a complete spending spree on the regular, and that there was absolutely no way that you could pay off the loan. And to top it off, he's promised me that he will be paying me back all of the money that I have paid to support you over the months. Why? Why did this end up happening to me? Oh, but I did hear your husband is coming back here for a little bit soon. Maybe you can have a discussion then about what you want to do going forward. But I will not be having anything to do with any of that. Wait, Millie. Oh, sorry. I have a lot more important things to do right now, so I'll be heading off. Please. Bye now. A few days passed, and Jennifer's husband came back to the States. Apparently, they had a long conversation about money usage. We all know how that would have gone. The first thing to address was to do with selling the property. Then a firm lecture on overspending at her own birthday party and wasting $5,000. Not to mention the horrible way she had treated me over the months I'd known her. And to finish the job, he slammed divorce papers in front of her. Then, to make matters worse for Jennifer, she tried to rely on her two eldest sons to find a place to live alongside them. But unfortunately, both of them had recently gotten married and moved out of the country to live with their respective wives. Meanwhile, me and Sean are comfortably living in my uncle's apartment building while we think about where to move next. Jennifer, left with nothing, ended up applying for part-time work. But even I don't know how that ended up. Though no matter how many times she gets fired in the future, it seems as though she'll have to deal with financial problems either way.
You're unbelievable. You lazy pig. I can't believe you're in bed just because of a small fever. 104 degrees is nothing. Why didn't you wake up earlier when I asked? I even slapped you in the face and you still didn't respond.
Why the hell are you so angry at me? You're joking about what you just said, right? Did you really slap me after I collapsed and passed out?
Oh, so you finally decided to respond to me. It's about time. I can't believe that you had the audacity to pass out right in front of me. You better not have been faking it so that you could take a nap. You hadn't even finished any of the housework. I'm not gonna forgive you if you faked it.
I wasn't faking it! I literally just woke up in a hospital bed 10 minutes ago. I had no idea that I was even here. The nurse explained to me about what happened.
You should be grateful to me. I was the one who was kind enough to call the ambulance for an idiot like you. What a huge waste of time and money.
Thank you for calling the ambulance for me, I guess. But did you really have to slap me while I was unconscious? I can feel my cheeks have swollen up. It's really painful, actually.
Oh, hell yes, it was absolutely necessary. I needed you to finish washing the dishes, so of course I had to wake you up. That's a woman's job. I wasn't gonna do it myself. That's why I had to resort to slapping you.
Did you just say a small fever? I told you that I have a fever of 104 degrees. The nurse told me that my fever is very serious and needed immediate medical intervention.
That's not that serious. I wish you'd stop being such a wuss. Why did you have to pass out just as I got back from work? I was absolutely exhausted already. You're my housemaid. Shouldn't you be making my life easier? You hadn't even finished the housework when I got back. You're just a huge disappointment. Was there even any point in me calling the ambulance for a useless piece of trash like you?
Just who do you think I am? I am not your housemaid. I'm your wife.
Getting married is the same thing as getting a permanent housemaid for life. Make sure you remember that.
That is not what getting married is about at all. I didn't get married to you with the intention of becoming your housemaid.
Well, you must have gotten married for the wrong reason then. A housewife and a housemaid are the same thing. Who gives a damn about the little details? Either way, you tried to skip doing the housework just because of a small fever. Why are you so damn lazy?
It's not like I wanted to skip the housework. I was feeling absolutely terrible all day, and I had passed out without realizing. Why do you have to insult me this much?
You still don't get it, do you? I told you why I'm this angry with you. You also haven't apologized to me yet. Didn't anyone teach you any manners? Do I really need to slap you a couple more times as punishment?
Don't even think about physically hurting me, Tom.
Or what? Anyway, I expect you to be back home and doing all the housework first thing tomorrow morning. I want my breakfast, lunch, and dinner prepared. I also need the entire house cleaned and all of my laundry done. That is the bare minimum I expect from you. Is that clear?
Actually, it looks like I'm gonna have to stay at the hospital for a little while longer. At least for a couple more days. That's what my doctor told me.
Are you serious? Stop lying just because you want to skip doing the housework.
I wouldn't lie about this. I passed out because I was feeling unwell. It's pretty serious and the doctor wants to monitor me for a little while.
Like I'm gonna believe that. You lied to the doctor about your condition so that you could stay there a few more days. That's the kind of idea that you would come up with.
I would never do that. I've always been very truthful.
Stop with the excuses now. I'm tired of listening. You also better keep quiet about me hitting you in the face. I'm going to make it even worse if someone finds out about this. You wouldn't want that to happen, right?
Don't make scary threats like that to me.
Then do as I say. It's as simple as that. You better not even think about going to the police about this. I'll make you regret that you were even born.
I'm your wife. How are you okay treating me like this?
I'm treating you the way you deserve to be treated. You should be grateful that I only decided to slap you. I could have made it so much worse.
I am not going to be grateful for something like that.
Well then, you really need to learn some manners. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. I guess I'll pay you a visit at the hospital if I feel like it.
My name is Kim, and I'm 32 years old. I am a housewife, and I've been married to my husband Tom for about 3 years now. On this day, I felt absolutely terrible from the moment that I woke up. Even after taking some medicine, my fever kept going up. By the time he came back home, my fever had gone well over 104 degrees, and this was the worst I'd felt in a very long time. There are times when it really feels like you're not going to make it. This was one of those days for me. What made things worse was that he didn't seem to be worried about me at all. All he did was shout abuse at me for not getting the housework done. I eventually passed out as my body had reached its limit. I can't believe he then decided to slap me in the face to wake me up. I was shocked and in tears once I found out the reason why my face was so swollen. Why did I ever get married to a tyrant like him? The next day, I was still in the hospital as my condition hadn't improved. That was when Tom did something completely insane to me.
What is it with your nasty attitude, Kim? I took some of my precious time to come and visit you in the hospital. And all you did was cry with that ugly face. You sounded like a right old pig. Oh wait, were you crying because you were so happy to see me?
How dare you visit me while holding hands with another woman? Who the hell is she? This isn't funny.
Oh, Camilla. She's my new housemaid. I'm glad I managed to replace you with her. She's much nicer to look at, and I could even stare at her all day long. You can stay in hospital as long as you want now, since I don't need you back.
So you've been cheating on me then?
Camilla is the perfect woman for me. I have no complaints about her whatsoever. It's a huge upgrade from you. She actually listens to whatever I tell her to do.
So you're saying that I'm not good enough for you?
That's exactly what I'm saying. You're a useless housemaid that abandoned all her duties just because of a small fever. And you thought you could take a nap and ignore me.
I passed out! I wasn't taking a nap! You're unbelievable.
If you promise to take better care of your health from now on, I don't mind keeping you as my backup housemaid, you know?
No, thank you. I am not looking for that kind of relationship at all.
Are you sure you should be rejecting my offer? You don't even have an income. You're completely dependent on me. Show me some more respect, you cow. This is why I had to slap you even when you were unconscious.
You should never resort to physical violence, no matter what the situation is.
You better not be telling me what I can and can't do, Kim. You're just a housemaid. You don't have the right to talk back to me. I'll use my fist next time if you're not careful.
So now you're threatening me?
Well, you don't seem to listen to what I say. That's why I have to teach you a lesson in a different way.
You disgust me. I don't ever want to have to see your face again.
What are you trying to say? You want a divorce or what?
That's exactly what I'm gonna get. Did you really think that I would want to stay married to you after the way you've been treating me?
I don't care about what you think. I will not allow you to get a divorce. And that's the end of this conversation.
What? I'm a human just like you. I should have the same rights as you.
You're a woman. You have no rights now that you're my housemaid. Even if we were to get a divorce, you would still have to obey my orders.
You already have that other woman. You don't need me anymore, right?
I'm still gonna need a backup when she's suddenly sick and has to take a day off.
So I'm the backup? You better be joking about what you just said. Stop treating me like a disposable object.
You should be grateful that I'm even offering you a position as the backup. No one else is gonna need a useless woman like you.
Well, no one's gonna want to be with a man like you once they find out the kind of monster you really are.
That's it! I've had enough of you. I thought I told you to not talk back to me. Now I'm gonna have to punish you. I'm gonna tie you up and hit you 100 times in the face.
What? No! What's gotten into you? You never used to be this aggressive.
It's because you never learn your lesson. Physical pain is the best way to teach you. I'll come and visit you tomorrow afternoon in hospital. You better be prepared for what I'm gonna do to you.
Please don't hit me. My face is already so red and swollen.
It's gonna be even more swollen after I see you tomorrow.
Nothing about this is funny. Please don't bother coming to visit me.
You should be happy that I'm being kind enough to visit you. If you don't want me to hit you, then you have to promise that you'll be my housemaid forever.
I don't want to be your housemaid, but I also don't want to get hit by you. In fact, I never want to see you again.
Did you really think that I would listen to any of your requests? I'm coming to see you either way tomorrow. I'm looking forward to how much your face is gonna swell up. Make sure you send me a selfie for memory's sake. I'm gonna head over in a bit, Kim. This is your last chance to apologize to me. Otherwise, we both know what's gonna happen.
You're the one that should be apologizing to me.
Why is that? I only slapped you because you tried to skip doing the housework. You had a small fever and that was it. I had every right to punish you for that.
I didn't skip the housework out of my own will. I passed out because I had a 104-degree fever. Would you please stop trying to justify your horrendous behavior?
You're still saying crap like that? I guess you really don't get it, do you? I'm gonna come over to your hospital room to teach you a lesson then. It's one of my jobs as your husband to make sure that you stay obedient.
No, it is not. You're completely wrong. Also, isn't there something more important that you should be worrying about?
What are you talking about?
Mike came to see how I was doing in hospital today.
Dad came to visit you. How did he know that you were in the hospital in the first place? I never mentioned anything about this to him.
I was the one that told him.
Oh, well, that was nice of him then. I guess he's a kind man, just like me. You thanked him for coming to visit you, right? He's a very busy man.
Yeah, I did thank him. He told me that he was gonna go and see you as well.
For what? I guess I'll tell him how useless you are.
You seem to be very calm about this. I would run if I were you. He was telling me that he had a huge knife in his car. He was also pretty mad at you for what you did to me. I think I recall him saying that he was gonna cut off your balls.
What? Why is he so angry at me? I never did anything to upset him, did I?
Did you forget about the reason why your mom passed away?
Of course I remember. It was because of a respiratory disease. Why does that matter?
So you do remember. The reason I had a fever and passed out is because of a respiratory disease as well.
Really? You're actually sick?
I told you this so many times before. You just never chose to listen to me. Mike was different to you and listened with great empathy when I told him.
So that's the reason why he's angry at me then?
He said he loved his wife until the very moment where she took her last breath. He knew that she had a permanent sickness and still decided to marry her and care for her.
Well, yeah, that's kinda true, I guess. Still, my mom never used her sickness as an excuse to skip the housework. She's different to a lazy scum like you.
Mike didn't care that I skipped the housework at all. He couldn't believe the way you reacted to me passing out. He was shocked to hear that you had hit me even after I passed out because of the same disease that took your mother's life.
Well, I couldn't help it. I was hungry and had a pretty bad day at work. Everyone gets a little cranky when they're hungry, right?
Stop making up lame excuses like that. You're not a kid. You're an adult now.
You also skipped doing the housework because of a small fever. You're in no position to be talking to me like this.
Also, Mike became even more angry once he heard that you had cheated on me as well.
Hold on a minute. I never cheated on you. That woman I was with was my new housemaid. I never did anything wrong.
Well, I guess you should try explaining that to him when he comes to see you. He seemed pretty angry, so you better do a good job explaining it to him.
This really isn't good. I hate it when he's angry. I'm so scared already. Call him and try to calm him down, okay?
Why should I?
He's obviously coming to visit me to punish me and shout at me. I need you to call him and convince him to forgive me.
Why, though?
Stop repeating the same thing. You know why I don't want to see him right now. He used to be in the army. He's usually pretty kind, but when he's angry, he's absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, I know about that too. I remember you telling me about it. I really couldn't believe it at first because he was always so kind to me. He did seem pretty terrifying when he left the hospital today, though. So I'm glad that the anger wasn't directed at me.
Oh, crap! He's shouting my name at the front door. What should I do? No, no, no!
Oh, he got there a lot sooner than I expected.
I really need you to come home right away. You need to calm him down. Help me now!
Unfortunately, I'm still in hospital.
Damn it!
You're just gonna have to have a talk with him. He knows that you're home after all.
Okay, I admit that I was wrong about hitting you. I'm really sorry. Please, would you just call him and tell him to calm down? I'm scared that he's actually gonna hurt me.
Well, that's how I felt when you threatened to hit me 100 times. You also don't seem to be very sorry at all. You're only apologizing because of the situation you're in.
I really don't want to have to open the door. His voice is getting louder. What should I do?
I still haven't completely recovered and I'm feeling sleepy again. I'm gonna go back to bed. We can talk about the divorce and the physical violence once I've recovered and I'm out of the hospital. I am not gonna let you get away with what you did to me.
Wait, no. Don't go back to sleep yet. Please find a way to help me out. I'm scared, Kim. I can hear him smashing on the front door now. I think he's planning to break into the house. Come and help me out here. Please! I promise to treat you better.
Tom had no choice but to open the front door as his dad had no intention of leaving. He was so terrified that he had completely wet himself as he slowly crawled to the front door. To tell you the truth, I had lied to him that his dad was holding a knife. I just wanted to scare him just like how he scared me. Once Tom opened the front door, he came face to face with his dad, who was absolutely furious. Ironically, he passed out within 5 seconds of opening the door from complete fear and was taken to hospital in an ambulance. Once he regained consciousness, he came to see me right away and apologized profusely. He begged me to forgive him, but I had no intentions of forgiving him at all. Instead, I filed for a divorce, and I also told him that I would cut him off of my life completely. I also blocked and deleted him from my phone so that I'd never have to see or talk to him ever again. I heard that Tom was unable to leave the hospital for a while as he had a complete mental breakdown. The woman he was seeing behind my back decided to leave him too, which means he's all alone now. He also had to quit his job due to his mental illness, so his future doesn't look bright at all. As for me, I managed to leave the hospital after I had fully recovered. And I decided to move back in with my parents for a while. And I'm enjoying life again.
Hey sis, how's it going? Is this a good time? I have some exciting news to tell you. I just got engaged. Isn't this great? This calls for a celebration.
Wow, that's amazing. Congrats, Anna.
Thank you so much. I can't believe it myself. This is finally happening. I am finally getting married. I was wondering if you could do me a favor. I want you to be the one who tells my brother that I got engaged. I don't want to talk to him about this kind of stuff.
Why do you want me to tell him about your engagement? Are you two fighting or something? Don't you want to tell him the good news yourself?
The reason why I don't want to talk to him is because he's always so picky with my life decisions. He would always judge me for what I did back in the day. He can be so judgmental sometimes. Honestly, I think he's better than me. I already know what's going to happen. If I told him that I got engaged, he would just start another one of his rants again.
Is he always that judgmental toward you? What do you think he's going to say?
He would always say demeaning things like, "Don't be a burden on your husband. You're getting engaged, so be responsible and start acting like an adult." He treats me as if I'm still a child. He can be so condescending. Even though he's my brother, he talks to me as if he's my dad. It sucks so much. I just can't stand him sometimes.
Oh, I understand. He may sound harsh at times, but understand that his heart is in the right place. He's just looking out for you, Anna. I don't think he's saying it to be mean. He's just trying to help you.
Well, it's not like I care about what he says about me anymore. Whenever we're talking and he starts belittling me, I would just tune him out. I don't want to talk to him directly because I'm in such a good mood right now. I don't want to ruin that. Will you please pass along the good news to him? Please? Do this for me, sis. It would mean so much to me.
Okay, I understand. Don't worry, I'll let him know. Let's talk about your fiancé. Is your fiancé the one who works at the stock brokerage firm?
How long ago are we talking about? That was such a long time ago. Things just did not work out. I broke up with that guy ages ago.
Oh, is that so? I'm really sorry to hear that. I guess it's been a while since we last talked about your boyfriend.
Yeah, that's true. It's been a while since we last talked to one another. I must have been with at least 5 other guys since I broke up with him. I'm not sure. I'm not keeping track of every guy I went out with.
You've been going out with that many men since you broke up with him? Oh my goodness. Don't you think you're moving things a little fast? You should get to know them by taking your time.
I have been testing things out. I don't want to spend more of my time than I have to. If I know the relationship is not going to last, then why bother continuing the relationship? It is for the best to break up and find someone new. You will never know if you're marrying the right person until you go out on a date with a couple of people. That's why I always had backups just in case. You just never know if the next person is better than your current one.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean by backups? I don't understand.
Well, you know, they were like candidates for my future husband. I built myself criteria, and if he failed at any of them, then I would just dump him and meet someone new. It's that simple.
Hang on. Were you going out with different men at the same time? You weren't cheating on them, right?
Well, I have dated multiple men at the same time without them knowing. What else was I supposed to do? I wanted to get married by the time I turned 30, so I had no choice but to speed things up. It's not like we were married, so going out on a date with other men doesn't mean I was cheating on him. You can be so sensitive sometimes.
Anna, you have crazy high expectations when it comes to marriage and men. You should be more realistic.
Well, the amount of money he makes is very important to me. When I first go out on a date with someone, I always wonder what they do for a living. I just couldn't help myself. I need to know exactly how much money they make, so I know I won't end up poor with him in the future. Another important thing to consider is if their parents are wealthy. Trust me, you do not want to marry someone who has parents that are as poor as dirt.
I don't understand. Why do their parents have to be rich? If your boyfriend is making enough money for the two of you, shouldn't that be enough?
No, of course not. It's not going to mean anything if his salary is great but his parents are poor. It is really simple if you think about it. What do you think he will do if he had poor parents? If his parents are poor, then he will send a part of his salary to them every month to support them. That means less money for me to spend. Now you see why I don't want my boyfriend to have parents living in poverty? I don't want to send my in-laws money. They should be able to support themselves.
Is that so? Now that you've explained it, I suppose it makes sense. Well, it looks like your fiancé passed all your criteria.
Yep, I struck gold. He is the perfect candidate. I don't think I can find anyone better than him. He has a stable job with a great salary. He's a talented doctor. In fact, his parents are both doctors. His dad is even the president of the hospital. Apparently, his grandfather made a lot of money in real estate. The entire family is so rich.
Well, that's impressive. Wow, getting married to a rich family.
I know. He's even handsome. He's such a great guy.
But that's not all, right? It's not just about the money. What did you like about him as a person?
Nothing really. I only chose him because he's rich.
But you're marrying him because you love him, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
What do you mean?
Of course I love him. He's just amazing. After his parents pass away, I can use the inheritance on anything I want. Isn't that awesome? I cannot wait for his parents to die. Imagine how much I can profit from their death. I'm going to be rich beyond my wildest dreams. I just can't wait for that to happen.
That is such a terrible thing to say.
But it's the truth. With this, I can finally enjoy the good life. Believe me, I don't know how I pulled this off. I put so much effort to make him fall in love with me. It took me forever. I thought he would never want to marry me.
Well, that is pretty impressive. How did you do it?
Believe me, it was not easy. Out of all the boyfriends I had, he was the most difficult to seduce. Probably it's because his parents are doctors. He developed a strong sense of justice. He always wants to do the right thing. I even did some volunteer work to make myself look like a good guy.
You did volunteer work? What did you do?
I went to the shelter and took care of some dogs. I had to feed them and bathe them. I don't understand how pet owners do this every day. They were so noisy and smelly. It was such a hassle. I never want to do it. It did not feel rewarding at all.
Well, I can't help saying it, but volunteer work doesn't seem like the thing you're into. It's so hard to picture you working at a dog shelter.
Yep, I hated it so much. I want to be paid when I'm working. Free labor is so stupid. I ended up quitting during a shift.
Wow, did you really quit? I didn't know you can quit during a shift.
I ended up giving my shift to someone else and went back home. I mean, it doesn't change anything. The fact is, I did do volunteer work. The important thing is that I actually volunteered for the needy.
I see.
It requires a lot of hard work to find and marry the man of your dreams.
When are you planning to have the wedding? Since they're a wealthy family, it sounds like it's going to be a luxurious ceremony.
Of course, it's going to be one heck of a celebration. The wedding will take place next year. I reserved a wedding venue with a beautiful ocean view. It's going to be so great.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm going to spend this year planning and getting ready for the wedding. I'm going to make everyone so jealous. I need to show off to everyone that I achieved my dream.
You sound so excited.
Of course, I'm excited. Who wouldn't be excited for their own wedding day? Oh, it was always my dream to marry a handsome, rich guy. I'm also planning this great after party. Do you want to join me?
That sounds nice, but I'll pass. My daughter is still young. She'll probably be tired when the wedding is over.
Oh no, are you sure? Well, that's okay, as long as you attend the wedding. Looking forward to it, sis.
Anna, I'm so sorry. I don't think we can make it to your wedding.
What do you mean you cannot make it?
My daughter just got into an accident.
What kind of accident?
She got hit by a bicycle. I'm in the hospital right now.
She only got hit by a bike? That's not that big of a deal.
Apparently, she hit her head really hard. She's been unconscious since the accident. I don't know how long she will be out. They're still running some tests on her.
Hang on a minute. Are you seeing what I think you're seeing? It took me a whole year to plan this wedding. Now you're not even going to show up?
I'm really sorry about this. We've been looking forward to it, but as a mother, I can't go when my daughter's lying unconscious in the hospital.
Oh my goodness. Just leave your kid at the hospital and come alone to the wedding. Honestly, why is this even a discussion? Just forget about your kid and come to the wedding. You can check up on your kid after the ceremony is over.
You can't be serious. How can you even say such a thing? There's no way I can leave my daughter alone. My husband is calling your parents right now to explain the situation. It's not like we're going to mess up the wedding proceedings if we don't show up, right?
Of course it will mess everything up. I had everything planned out, even for you. You had an important part to play in my wedding.
What do you mean?
You were supposed to escort me during the proceedings.
You didn't tell me that. Why didn't you tell me that before?
Of course I didn't tell you. It was supposed to be a surprise. Now you ruined it. It was supposed to be such a great wedding. You have to come. Don't you dare ruin my plans. I'm not going to allow that.
Oh no, I see. I'm really sorry about this.
Will you stop saying I'm sorry? I'm getting sick of you saying that. I don't want your apology. I want you to come down to my wedding.
I already told you I can't come. Will you please just let it go? I'm worried sick about my daughter.
Of all the days! Why did she have to get into an accident today?
I know, it's such bad timing. I'm really sorry for ruining your day.
Oh, you are sorry? Well, that fixes everything, doesn't it? You've got to be kidding me. Dang it! This is why I hate brats. This is all because of your stupid daughter. If you're her parents, then keep a watchful eye over her. If you can't take care of her, then don't give birth to her in the first place.
Anna, please calm down. Please try and understand my situation. I realize things didn't go the way you planned, but just because we're not there doesn't mean you couldn't have the wedding, right?
No, I need everything to go as planned. I'm a perfectionist. I will not forgive you for messing up my special day. Are you guys seriously planning on missing a wedding that took me a whole year to get ready?
Anna, please try and understand. This is an emergency. I am worried sick about my daughter.
I don't care about your little brat.
Will you stop calling my daughter a brat? That's so rude of you. My daughter didn't mean for any of this to happen.
I made the plans before the accident happened, so come to the wedding. I bet the brat was so careless. While you were not watching her, she decided to jump out into the street. She got what she deserved. Just leave her there.
This cyclist hit my daughter because he was being reckless. My daughter is the victim here.
No, she's not the victim. I am the victim. She ruined everything. The plan falls apart if you guys don't show up to my wedding. Don't you dare embarrass me.
I'm not the one who is embarrassing you. I'm sure if we just explained the situation to your fiancé and his parents, they would understand.
I don't want my in-laws to think I have a terrible parent for a sister. Everything is ruined thanks to your little brat. Oh my God, this sucks. You should have put a leash around her neck.
Just stop it. That is enough. I do feel bad about not being able to attend the wedding, but you've gone too far. Don't you dare speak ill of my daughter.
I only spoke the truth. It is so inconsiderate of you guys for not showing up to my wedding.
My husband is watching us text, and he is in shock right now.
So what? Do you think I care about how your husband feels? Both of you are so inconsiderate. It is unbelievable.
We are not being inconsiderate. Is it really that important to you for us to come to your wedding? Are you saying that your wedding is more important than my daughter's life?
Yeah, of course it's more important than your little brat.
I can't believe you would even say such a thing. Anyway, we won't be able to attend. That is final, so stop asking me already.
Rehearsal is about to start in 1 hour. I also have to introduce you to my relatives. Hurry up and get over here.
What are you talking about? I already told you that we're not going.
And I already told you that I don't care about your situation. Your daughter is the one to blame. I could have a perfect wedding if it wasn't for your little brat.
I cannot believe this. You're still blaming my daughter for ruining your wedding plans? My daughter got into an accident. We didn't mean to cause any trouble.
That little brat got what she deserved. Oh my goodness, just forget about your daughter and come to the ceremony. If she's unconscious, she won't know if you're there or not. I won't allow your absence just because your brat got hurt.
That is so awful. Your husband is in deep shock right now.
What do you mean, your husband? Don't you mean my husband?
No, that was not a typo. I am here with your husband right now. My husband is here too, alongside with your future husband.
What are you even talking about? How is that possible? You're lying to me. I was just with him a while ago. He's getting ready for the wedding.
Nope, not anymore. He got called into the hospital.
Called into work? On our wedding day? You have got to be kidding me.
No, I'm not kidding. The wedding chapel and the hospital is 15 minutes away by car.
It is? I didn't even realize. Well, it's almost time. What do you think you're doing?
You have gone too far. I can't tolerate your behavior anymore. I decided to let your husband see the real you. I told him everything. You're such a hypocrite around your husband.
No, that was just a misunderstanding.
Stop lying. What do you mean misunderstanding? You just said you wouldn't allow my absence so I can look after my daughter. You said your wedding is more important than my daughter's life.
I was just angry, that's all. I didn't mean any of it.
Your husband is in deep shock right now. You told me about him yourself a year ago, that he is a hard-working man who has a strong sense of justice. I'm pretty sure someone like him would not be able to ignore something like this.
Oh my God, I cannot believe this. You set me up. Whose idea was it to blab? Was it my brother? Was it you?
I wouldn't be worried about who told what right now. Why are you worried about that? Shouldn't you be worried that your husband is no longer in love with you? He's definitely resenting you right now. He is so disgusted by your actions. I can see it in his face.
Do you have any idea how much effort I put in so I can marry him? It took me forever to get him to fall in love with me.
I know. You even did the volunteer work you hated just so you can impress him. Well, you did give up and forced your shift on someone else, so I guess it wasn't that bad for you.
Don't say that. Stop lying.
I also told him that you were marrying him just for the money. I told him how you were looking forward to spend the inheritance after his parents passed away.
I never said that. Stop making things up.
Oh, I'm not making this up. The messages you sent me are still on WhatsApp. I can just scroll through the chat and show your husband the text you sent me a year ago.
Oh my God, just stop it.
I always thought you were so tiresome. It wasn't my intention to speak to your husband about the real you. I didn't want to get in the middle of any of this. But you're just insane. So unhinged. I had to do something after the way you talked about my daughter. Your fiancé is heading back to the wedding. I'm pretty sure he wants to have a chat with you. I wonder what's going to happen.
Oh my goodness, everything is ruined. This is all your fault. You ruined my perfect wedding.
What do you mean? I'm not there, so I don't know what's going on.
He wants to cancel the wedding.
So he changed his mind? Good for him. I think he made the right choice. After knowing the real you, I think it would have been obvious that he wants to cancel the wedding. No one in their right mind would want to marry a person like you.
It's because you set me up and made me look like the bad guy.
You need to stop blaming me for something you did. You are the bad guy in this scenario. You're the one who caused all of this in the first place. You cannot blame this on anyone but yourself. We were just doing it to help your fiancé, knowing that he's marrying someone like you. I felt so bad for him. Your fiancé doesn't deserve a wife who is greedy and selfish like you. He deserves better than that.
Oh my god. Screw you! I got along so well with his parents and now they all hate me.
Looks like they finally get to know the real you. Good for them. Is it even possible for you two to cancel the reservation on the day of the wedding?
Of course not. How often do you think couples cancel their own wedding right before it happens? It's unheard of. My parents said let's just have the wedding as planned for now. They told me to deal with it afterwards. But my fiancé wants to cancel it. He wants no part of me and the wedding.
Of course he would want to cancel it. Who wouldn't want to cancel if they know they're getting married to a fraud?
He says if I married this woman, it would tarnish the family name. What does he mean by tarnish?
Tarnish means tarnish. You had a completely different personality when you were around him. After hearing why you were marrying him, I wondered if you ever actually loved your fiancé. From their perspective, you were just committing marriage fraud.
No, I was not. What do you mean marriage fraud? Anyone would pretend to be someone else while dating other people. I can't believe he doesn't love me anymore.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Oftentimes people don't show their true selves when they're just getting to know one another. But you took it too far. You were a completely different person. I bet no one can change his mind now. It's best to just give him up and the perfect wedding you've always hoped for.
I can't give up on him that easily. You must be crazy for even suggesting such a thing. I dedicated my entire life toward this wedding. I spent so much effort to make him fall in love with me. No, I can't do it. I can't just give everything up. You have no idea what I did to get here. Now you're just telling me to just give him up and my future? You suck.
Then have the wedding against his will. Ignore his wishes and pretend that you're having the best wedding anyone can hope for. Although I bet it's not going to be a happy one. Everyone is going to know why you married him in the first place sooner or later. If that is okay with you, then you should just have the wedding and get it over with. A wedding ceremony that's this bad doesn't happen that often. I almost wish I could witness this event.
Stop enjoying this. You think this is funny? I almost had the perfect wedding. Now, it's not going to happen because of you.
A piece of advice for you? You never know when someone is listening or watching. So, if you're going to play the hypocrite, don't just do it in front of your fiancé. Do it in front of everybody. Become that person, so no one finds out about the real you. My sister-in-law tried to persuade her fiancé to marry her, but she failed miserably. Her fiancé broke up with her and ended up paying the cancellation fee for their wedding. Of course, the attendees found out and wanted to know why the wedding was canceled. Her fiancé gathered everyone and gave a full apology. Her fiancé also explained why he wanted to cancel the wedding in the first place, and my sister-in-law was embarrassed in front of everyone. Later on, I discovered that my sister-in-law had some debts she needed to pay off. When she was searching for a suitable candidate, she was spending a lot of money on herself. She was spending money left, right, and center on things she didn't really need. She was spending it on spa treatments, clothes, cosmetic surgery to make herself look more attractive. She thought she could pay off all her debts by marrying a rich guy. Now, she has to pay it back all on her own. My daughter regained consciousness and left the hospital a week later. She had a minor concussion, but there are no signs of any permanent damage to the brain. I'm so relieved that she made a full recovery. I haven't seen or talked to my sister-in-law after the ordeal. As a matter of fact, she has been shunned away by the entire family. I'm so glad to get rid of her, out of my life, and more importantly, out of my daughter's life. She was such a bad egg. I never want to be involved with her ever again.